Hi, I'm Munawara. Today I'm going to show you how to make some sugar flower jasmines. First, I'm going to show you how to make a spray of jasmines. So we'll start with things we need. Sugar paste, some egg white, and Trex butter. I'll explain why we need these in a minute. We need some tools now. We have a pencil. And so those two cutters, those two tools are the same. So this is the flower leaf tool, shaper tool. They're the same tool. And this is the star tool. And that's the veiner. We need a scissor. A small plier is helpful. And we've got the Stemtex tape and 24 gauge wire. Okay, can you see that? Okay, so now if I start with showing you how to prepare the sugar paste to get it ready. So it's quite hard when you get it from the shop. We need to soften it up. So for this you need to put a bit of egg white and a bit of Trex, and this will help soften it up. And you have to mix it for quite a while until it becomes quite elasticy. So you have to keep going until it becomes elastic and it stretches when you pull. You can keep adding the Trex and the egg white as you wish, but don't use too much because it will become too soft and it'll become very hard to model the flowers. Okay, so this is the consistency we want it to be. So now you need to keep it moist. So you keep it in a plastic bag. And have nice dry hands for this. If your hands are too moist, it becomes very sticky and makes it difficult to model it. Now, if we get the wire ready, so what you need is you need to cut the wire into approximately 3 pieces. One long wire can be cut into about 3 pieces. I'll show you now. So it's quite long, you don't want it to be this long. You can use the pliers to cut it. So approximately 5 inches. Okay, so now you can see you can cut it to about 3 pieces. Okay, and you have to make a little hook at the end of the wire. If I show you here, you just have to fold the end of the wire to make a little hook and you squeeze it in so you have a little bulb at the end of it. Okay, right. Now, first I'm going to show you how to make the jasmine buds. So you have to roll them up and you put the wire through the modeling paste. Make sure the wire is straight. So the bud doesn't require many tools at all. Very simple to make, and you shape it with your hand, just so. As you can see, you just shape the bud with your hand and you tape at the end so that it stays on. And then now you use the scissor and you just make tiny little indentation so that it looks just like a jasmine bud. Okay, so that's the bud done, and we just use the stem tape to cover the wire, so it gives a nice green look, just like a fresh jasmine does. You cover the whole wire. Okay, that's the bud done. Very simple. So, as you can see, it didn't take very long at all. Now, I'll show you how to make one of the flowers. You take a little bowl of sugar paste again. Keep it covered in the bag so that it keeps moist. So you make a little bulb shape to start with. And you're using the 5 side of the star tool to make an indentation. And to be gentle with it. And you take it out. Now, using the indentation, use a scissor to cut where the indentations are. And this is forming the petals. Now you should have 5 petals. So you shape the edges a little bit. Okay, so a bit of a basic shape at the moment, and then we'll come to show you how to shape the petals to look like a real jasmine. So using the shaper tool, you press on the petals individually. So this thins it out and shapes it into the petals design that we wanted. And now you have to make sure you're happy with the thickness of the petals. You want it to be quite thin so that it looks more like a real jasmine. I'm just drying my hands to make sure they are dry, otherwise it gets very sticky. Now you have to pinch the edges to get a real shape of the petals. So you can see now it looks more like the jasmine petals. Okay, now use the veiner just to gently roll on the petals so you have the very subtle veins that you would see in a jasmine. Just make sure you shake them properly, and using the star tool you just make a little indentation in the middle just to give the vein look again on the middle of the jasmine flower. Okay, so now we're using the wire to get it through the flowers. So make sure this one has a hook at the end of it, like we prepared earlier. And you put it through the center of the flower where the hole was. All the way until you can't see the wire. Maybe see a tiny bit of the wire, that's not a problem. And then you just taper the bottom of the flower so that it stays on the wire without falling off. And use the stem tape again to cover the wire. And that's it. That's the jasmine. As you can see, simple but elegant and beautiful. Now we let this dry and make some more flowers so that we can make the spray, which I will show you shortly. Now I'm going to show you how to make the spray. So I'm going to use 3 jasmine flowers and 3 buds. Okay, so that's the 3 flowers I've chosen, and so you just arrange it like so. You can arrange it in any way you want. So normally use the 3 buds at the top and arrange it with the bottom flowers. And use the stem tape to hold them all together. Okay, now you can move the flowers and the blood buds around to arrange it in any way you want, spacing out as you want it to be. These make a nice complement for any bouquet that you can make. I'll show you some photos where I've used the sprays of jasmine. Okay, that's it, it's done, and thank you for watching.